Have you ever wondered why you keep putting things off, even when you know they're important? Why no matter how hard you try, tomorrow always feels like the better day to start? It's not laziness. It's your brain quietly tricking you. Procrastination isn't a flaw. It's a survival mechanism. Your brain is wired to avoid discomfort, danger, and uncertainty. When faced with a task that seems overwhelming, scary, or boring, your mind reacts the same way it would if you were in physical danger. It pulls you towards short-term comfort instead of long-term rewards. Most people think procrastination is about time management or discipline, but the real reason is emotional. Fear, self-doubt, and perfectionism are the invisible chains holding you back. Fear of failure whispers, "What if you mess up?" Perfectionism shouts, "It has to be perfect or don't start at all." And self-doubt quietly says, "You're not capable enough." Every time you give in, your brain rewards itself with a small hit of dopamine for avoiding discomfort. But in the long run, this creates guilt, anxiety, and frustration. The cycle is subtle but powerful. Distractions become irresistible. Social media, videos, and even mindless scrolling are dopamine traps. The brain prefers immediate pleasure over delayed satisfaction, and the longer you procrastinate, the stronger the habit becomes. Here's the hidden twist. Procrastination often disguises itself as productivity. You clean your room, organize files, or reply to emails, anything but the task that matters. The brain loves this because it gets the illusion of accomplishment while avoiding true work. Recognizing this trick is the first step toward breaking free. Breaking free starts with awareness. Notice the moments you procrastinate and the emotions behind them. Write them down. Identify the thoughts your mind uses to justify delay. Are you afraid of failing? Do you feel overwhelmed? Are you seeking comfort? Once you see the pattern, it loses power. Awareness turns the invisible chains into something you can confront. The next step is to shrink tasks into tiny, manageable steps. Your brain hates massive, undefined challenges because it sees them as threats. Instead of write a 5-page report, start with write the first sentence. Instead of clean the entire room, pick up 5 items. Each small win gives your brain a dopamine boost, tricking it into cooperating instead of resisting. Reward yourself for taking action. Your brain is addicted to pleasure, so use it to your advantage. Finish a small task. Allow yourself a short break, a coffee, or a small treat. This creates a positive association with completing tasks rather than avoiding them. Over time, your brain begins to crave action instead of resisting it. Distractions are your enemy. Make them harder to reach. Turn off notifications, block distracting websites, and create a workspace that encourages focus. The simpler it is to work without interference, the easier it becomes to start and continue. But here's the real secret. Procrastination isn't just about tasks, it's about identity. Deep down, your brain believes this is who you are. If you see yourself as a procrastinator, you will act like one. To break free, you must shift your identity. Start telling yourself, "I'm someone who takes action. I start even when it's uncomfortable. I do what matters." Words reshape the brain. Repeating this internal dialogue rewires your mind to act automatically instead of hesitate. Another powerful insight: procrastination often comes from perfectionism. The fear of making a mistake keeps you frozen. The solution isn't to wait for the perfect moment, it's to embrace imperfection. Start before you're ready. Action is the antidote to fear. Every small step builds momentum, and momentum breaks the chains of procrastination faster than motivation ever could. Visualization can also help. Imagine yourself after completing the task you've been avoiding. Feel the relief, the pride, the freedom. Your brain loves vivid experiences. When you mentally rehearse success, it becomes easier to act in reality. Finally, create a sense of urgency. Deadlines, accountability, and public commitment trigger action. Tell someone your goal. Make a promise you can't easily break. When your brain senses consequences, it stops seeking comfort and starts seeking results. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's a complex psychological pattern shaped by fear, comfort, and habit. But understanding it gives you the power to control it. Awareness, tiny steps, rewards, distraction management, identity shifts, embracing imperfection, visualization, and accountability. Combine these, and procrastination loses its grip. It's not about waiting for motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Freedom from procrastination comes from understanding your mind, designing your environment, and taking consistent action. Once you do this, you finally take control. Your brain stops tricking you, and the life you've been delaying becomes possible today.